What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS, as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavor worldwide, jumping into another very exciting addition to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack. We have reacted to a lot of tracks off this already, but right about now, we are jumping into the return of Fireboy DML with his track that's going on the project that goes by the name Coming Back For You. Again, really excited to get into this one. It's been a while since we've heard anything new from Fireboy following on from his album, so I'm really excited to see how he takes this one, where he goes with it sonically, and how he kind of takes his interpretation of the film and turns that into something sonic we can enjoy. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We've just shot past 54,000 subs. Big up each and every one of you making that possible. We're now heading for 55. Let's see how quickly we can get there, and let's get into this one. Okay. Very melodic uses of percussion in the introduction.
Well, I pray that the universe gives you way more than you deserve.
Okay. So the intro to this one definitely has almost like a CK feel to it, if I was going to break it down. The whole approach to the tune is very kind of acoustic so far. Lots of kind of intricate percussive melodies taking a lead role in the kind of mid and low range. You've then got this kind of very breathy vocal from Fireboy just kind of cutting through the middle of the tune. Really interesting. And not the sort of approach I would have expected from a Fireboy tune, but then again, everyone is switching their styles up very specifically for this project. So it's interesting to see how everyone's interpreting how they should switch things up.
When the tears fall like shooting stars, remember who you are. Just look up to the sky, you'll see. Well, I pray that the universe gives you way more than you deserve. When the tears fall like shooting stars, remember who you are.
This is a theme that I'm seeing quite a lot on this album so far, is this much more sort of stripped back. We're not getting very typical sounding modernized Afrobeats rollers, which is a good thing. The whole point about the sort of Black Panther series and actually looking at Wakanda as a place is that it is different, it is unique, it has its own kind of twists and turns, combining modernism with the kind of concept of traditionalism at the same time. That's one of the leading things that both visually and in just kind of the way the city operates within Marvel. That's something they've always really pushed for Wakanda. So I like this as an idea that we're seeing these artists kind of switch their styles up to do something completely different, but also maintain elements of theirs. Again, you've got that emotion within the vocal on this one, which is definitely something that we know from Fireboy.
Just look up to the sky, you'll see. I'm coming back for you. Coming back for you.
Okay.
Coming back for you.
Loving those vocal tremors, man. Let's go. Something that is very apparent about this, I know we're about to get into a drop. I've heard it. Don't worry, we'll go back so we've got a bit of impact. But there is something so bone-chilling about Fireboy when he gets into this emotional bag, when you start hearing his voice quiver, when you start hearing those kind of natural fluctuations that come with emotional songwriting. This is sounding great, man. And again, it's a really kind of cool thing to see Fireboy coming out of his shell a bit, kind of moving into a different direction. Obviously, his album was a little bit more kind of, let's say, should we say, lustrous in the sort of themes that are being discussed. This, a lot more kind of stripped back, a lot more emotional based. And we're just seeing a good range from Fireboy right now.
Girl, I'ma see you someday. I know that I'ma see you someday. And I go take you someplace. I know that I'ma take you someplace. I know go ever leave you.
I'm loving this percussion, these drums, that moogie bass line. Are you mad?
Coming back for you. Coming back for you.
The sweeping kind of soundscapey nature of this backdrop is fantastic. You then double that up with that super moogie bass line that's just kind of going dong, 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 like straight out of a 90s acid tune. I absolutely love hearing that sound, especially when it's combined with the silkiness of those Fireboy vocal harmonics and, of course, that kind of intricate percussion at the same time. The shake is playing a really lead role in the rhythm on this one. Again, it's outside the box. It's stripped back and reconstructed in a different way. And this is something again that I'm absolutely loving about this album. We're hearing people go at things from a different approach. It's almost like when you get the rule breaker cards on FIFA. That's kind of what it reminds me of, because people are doing things differently, but they're still showing their own elements at the same time. It's great.
Coming back for you. You were never alone. Oh, I'm coming back for you. Coming back for you.
This is sick. I just love how creative it is, even using that sort of almost metallic kind of click as the snare piece in the middle. Boom, 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 boom. I love that as a rhythm that they're using, but also the fact you've got this super kind of digitalized, bulky, very moogie, just muddy sounding bass line underneath, and it gives the whole thing this kind of bulbous roll. You've then got the kind of more heavenly approach of Fireboy's vocals on the higher end, like that little melody above. It's beautiful, man. This is such a cool kind of approach from Fireboy, and again, it's just showing how versatile he is as an artist, which we knew, but this is just taking it to a different level. Just this kind of excess assortment of instrumentation during this outro block just gives me the kind of visual of, I don't know if people remember it, the scene in the first Black Panther where you've got T'Challa and I can't remember her name. Her name is literally is it Akia? I can't remember her name. Nakia. When they're walking through the city and you're seeing like the food vendors and stuff. For some reason, this section here just reminds me of that. Maybe we'll get a similar setting for this. I'm trying to actually place these where they're going to be in a film that I haven't seen yet. So it's quite mad to see. We'll let it run through to the end though. Let's go. There we go then, beautiful sounds. Fireboy DML coming back for you. Again, a really interesting approach, and something that, as I said, I've loved about this album is how much it's actually pushing people to move outside their normal boxes. And I think the cool thing about this is we do get to hear a lot of classic Fireboy DML elements, those kind of higher pitched harmonic vocals, the kind of intricate patterns he actually takes the direction in, but the actual bass line itself, the percussion, the rhythm of the tune is something a little bit more abstract for Fireboy, which works really nicely. And again, it's another banger for this album, which is stacked up with both incredible artists but also incredible artists doing the film series justice, and of course I feel the topic of the film, which is obviously gonna start off a lot with Chadwick Boseman's passing. As always, rest in peace. It's interesting to see just how much people are putting into it, and it's really, really cool to see. So there we go, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments section down below. This is our first reaction of the day. A massive shouts out to all the new subscribers as well. Welcome along for the ride. We do try to post each and every day, so do get involved in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and proud.
Yes, it's Kovu. Stay locked. Cooktown TV.
Your boy's still off it right here, and you're locked on to the best breakfast with man like Kovu.
Yo, this is Aaron Glitch and you're tuning to the sounds of Kovu right now. You already know the thing. Bad boy selector. Alright, let's go.